What's up, guys? It's me again, Christian Rodriguez, and today, I just wanted to make a super short video, but I wanted to talk about how days like today, right? Today the weather's pretty shit, right? The weather's shit. I feel off. Like I didn't want to do any work. I didn't want to go to the gym today. I needed a little bit of more discipline, right, to do stuff today, right? And I guess the point why I thought of making this video is a good idea because the weather is it's gloomy out, it's foggy. I feel off. Like I feel like I could use like a deep tissue massage right now. Even in any day of the week I'll use a deep tissue massage, but for some reason it feels more prevalent today. But I also thought about it like this, right? If the weather is shit for me, imagine everyone else, right? Everyone else probably hates this weather too. And if you think about it like your competition, right? Because you're competing with somebody, whether you think about it or not. But think about your competition. They're probably sitting down, not doing anything. They're probably kicking their feet up. They're probably waiting for the day to go by, right? They're probably gonna go watch Netflix and put on a comfortable blankie while watching Squid Games, right? They're gonna do stuff like that. So I would say the days like this are actually perfect to separate you from most people, right? Because most people aren't going to do shit on days like this, right? Or they're not going to be inspired, they're not going to be motivated. And then these are the perfect days to separate yourself from the masses, right? So if you don't feel like going to the gym, just go to the gym, right? If you have to do a shorter workout, do a shorter workout, but still go to the gym, right? If you still have to do stuff on your business, you don't want to work on it, do what you need to do to work on it, even if you have to do a little less than you usually do, right? Keep the momentum alive. That's why I always talk about having a habit tracker, right? And even part of my habit tracker, I record, regardless of if I post it or not. And this is most likely going to be posted, so. But I record because it keeps the momentum alive. It keeps that habit alive, right? Today feels like a drag, but I just know that I see the positive outlook of it, right? Because when something requires more discipline, discipline's like a muscle, right? If it's not really a workout if you feel extremely inspired to do something, right? But when you're not inspired, now you're working out a muscle of discipline, right? And you don't want to miss out on that muscle. You don't want to make that muscle weak, right? Because discipline's a muscle. So it could start very small. You have to start with like small leading indicators that are going to get you to wherever you want to do, whatever you want to accomplish, right? And yeah, that's why you need to just start small, right? Even if you do very little, right? Even if you do less than you usually do, but you keep the habit alive, the momentum alive, right? That's what matters, right? Because that's what gets the needle moving, right? And then whatever gets the needle moving, then after time, after weeks, months, years of doing this, you're going to be a completely different person, right? Most people aren't going to recognize you. Most people won't be able to compete with you, right? And I think that's what Michael Jordan meant. If you've read the book Relentless by Tim Grover, he I thought about this morning, right? Relentless, right? Um it mentioned there was a part in the book that it mentioned that Michael Jordan would do the hard, like really like punishing hard work. He would make the training harder than the actual game, right? And the reason why he did it too is because if he could do it, right? If he did the hard training, right? That's painful, that sucks. Imagine the guys who are trying to catch up to him, right? They're going to have to go through that too. And most of them are going to quit. So he just kept going through it, right? I probably did a poor way of describing it, but basically that's how it was. And yeah, you have to think of it that way. You have to think of, okay, if I don't want to do it, imagine my competitors, imagine everyone else. Everyone else is probably sitting their ass off. Everyone else is probably having ice cream right now, right? They're probably comfortable. If they're working from home, they're probably in their pajamas, watching TV in the background while they're pretending to work, right? This is the perfect day. Days like this are the perfect days to separate yourself from everyone else. And I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.